Hello. Hello. I was almost really late today. I'm kind of late, but I was even worse because I forgot it was daylight savings. Alright, let me put a refrigerator and another sink up in Crazy Kitchens. Idea of the day for you guys to see. For whatever reason, I can't log in yet. Come on. Load your boat. Alright, the one is by Rayleigh. It's a refrigerator. Oh, both are Rayleigh. Refrigerator and sink. Alright, let's see what's up with Twitch. That's me. Good morning. I forgot that it was an hour later than it was in the US, at least where I am. It's daylight savings. And I forgot it. And that is bad. So I'm behind. But it's loading. Yeah. I almost was really late. Okay. Good morning. I'm still waking up, sorry. I was just reading about the furnishing folios. People don't like them. Because they have to invest so many vouchers on like 3 plans that they may already have. I agree. What's up, Jemima? We're logging in right now. Load screen beast taking forever. And ever. There's an update to the hub this morning. I did not yet install it because one of the potatoes, who was it? Night Raven, hello, said that they downloaded it and are having some problems. So I want to wait until I am not streaming to deal with it. I don't want to 2 seconds before I start streaming, see if the update breaks everything. But let me entertain myself. If you like this, when it pulls all the system mail, you might want to try Postmaster. That's the add-on I do that does this. So I don't have to sit here clicking 80 bajillion times. Right. Geeta won the 50K the other day, and I sent it to her, and she's like, not that I don't like money, but why did you send me some? I'm like, because you won the contest the other day. And she's just like, she just responded with, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. That's adorable. I kind of want to respond with, well, isn't that the bee's knees? Sweet and wholesome. Usually people don't say anything when they get their monies, or if they do, they say thank you, and that's it. So it's cute to get a little response. Sorry, I'm doing my Ritz. I'm gonna take a quick look at what's going on. What's going on? Today is the 14th. Which means, good morning, C-Code. We should be getting A DDA list of homes to look at. Well, I mean, I always do the news in the beginning, so it's not really a big deal if I do a little bit of reading, but I mean, doing all of them would kind of be shitty to you guys. I don't want to necessarily do that. Good morning. But the reality is that I woke up late, so and I was wrong about the time. I looked at my clock, and I was eating a little bit of breakfast, and I look up, and one of the clocks in the kitchen said that it was an hour earlier than it actually is because it didn't update. And so I was like, oh, I got an hour. I got plenty of time. No. Yeah, I got to do those too. As you can tell, I usually get up many, many hours before this, but I had trouble sleeping last night. I think that's part of it. Okay, let's turn this in. So I haven't heard anything from DDA, but maybe they've already posted. Maybe they have not. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. It's been one of those kinds of times that... No, it's daylight savings. I almost messed up. It's been one of those kinds of times like where I want to do stuff, but I just can't get myself together enough. It's difficult for me to focus, I guess. The next one is March 20th for medium large homes. I'm not sure what I would even do for a battle. Gosh. I wish I knew. Anyway. Okay. The brass. Good, there is someone there. The next one for other guilds. We've got Lucian Crime Scene. March 22nd is the due date. Crazy Kitchens, March 26th for J-Heart. And Aether Realm, April 30th. HFB, March 31st. Lots of different things up. They're all in the contest section if you're curious. Doesn't seem like too many people are awake yet in ESO world. What? Why are you doing this? People are still waking up. The hour change might be throwing them. That's about it. Isn't that fascinating? There's really nothing going on. I'm a day behind in my transcribing, so I did not put up the most recent index, but I have the index before that up. I'm tired. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty tired. Okay. I hope you guys are still picking up the stuff in Southern Elsewhere every day, for those of you who have finished it. It's right here. You know, it would help if I had any of the PvP stuff, but I don't. The PvP stuff is like meant for battle, basically. But I know it has. It's very sad. Okay, then we're gonna go to the Clockwork City. What's what? Oh, the Southern Elsewhere. When you finish the Southern Elsewhere line, there's a chest that you can pick up every single day full of dragon goodies. every 24 hours or so. Sitting next to the guy in the Dragon Guard area who tries to give you that quest, you have to have a certain number of quests done in that area. But if you go check it, see if it's available for you. It might be. It might be. If it's sparkly and you can pick it up, see if you can get it. And then if you can, you can get it every day. And it's free stuff. Free stuff! Good morning. I did. I did indeed. I have not done anything with it yet, but I did get it. But I bought it with gold because I didn't want to buy it with money. Get your bear off of the way shrine. Oh my god. There we go. Jerk feet. Let's go pick up the one in Western Skyrim. If you're gonna do the Harrow Storms, do the one in Western Skyrim too. That was good advice. A single Harrow Stone counts for both. That must have been an oversight on their part. I can't see them intending to do that. Whoops. There they are. Hellos.
There's trouble on the horizon.
Yeah, it's true. They might figure it out on their own, but they've got enough things that they should figure out on their own first. Like, you know, how to make things not suck. The reach. Okay. We will look at a house immediately after picking up these reach contests. I mean, reach thingers. Yes, Sunday coffee. I'm still waking up. Well, it's your house. The locals can just suck it.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough to actually...
Give me your quest. Give me your quest. And yours. And yours. If you don't have this guy open yet, he's further along on the quest lines and a certain number of quests or whatever. I mean, you might want to look all those up because it's a pain in the ass to really remember them all for me to tell you. All right, community open houses. Let's do one. Okay, I went and visited a whole bunch and asked. Let's go to Melistrella's Undaunted home base snugpod. Snugpod. Snugpods are a really good idea now if you want to get it for travel, if you haven't gotten it before. Nice. It's true. I mean, it's not like they read. I could see a necromancer looking down at average reachman, but like, you don't know how to read. You're useless to me, except dead. So we've got a library here. A cozy little planning area, library. That's interesting. I would not have expected. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Look at this. They have little points stuck in it, and that's actually genius. They used It looks like pipe ends, those little cogs. The cogs are sticking through the map like it's a push pin. And then over here, they took the little wood fingers and they put pillows on top of them. They're cooking the meat. And then they've got all sorts of definitely wood elfy stuff. But let's see if Stabby can do the Pax mushroom jumps. Whoops. Probably not. I'm not much for jumping, but let's see. This one doesn't... I almost said this one doesn't seem too hard, and then I fell on my face because Stabby can't jump. All right. Let's see if I can do this. I would not put it that way in my house because I can't do that easily. So look at this great, what do you call this? An edging of like wrought iron fancy kind of thing, but instead of wrought iron, it's the stick-a-ween sticks. It's very appropriate. Oh, but it has no collision. Ooh, that's dangerous. I wish we could sit in these. That would be awesome. I like it, Melistrella. Thank you for letting me to come visit it. It's the Undaunted home base, so I guess they can stop here in between, you know? Sounds like a plan to me. All right, Reachman in... Oh, this is just out in the nothing. We'll go there right now. This is the Arkansas. PP, Black Reach, Arkansas. There we go. Yeah. Which surprises me. I expected the sticks to have collision. I don't know why they didn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Why would sticks not have collision in them? All right. Let us go here. Normally I'd be eating a piece of food to do food buffs, but since we're looking at houses too, I don't want it blocking up my screen. It's not that big a deal. So we'll just go over here, we'll rescue the dudes, and then we'll look at another house. We don't have a ton over on NA. We're gonna have to go over to EU shortly. All right. Now these are the people taken hostage. I just need to find them. They usually have like a little arrow over their heads. They're not usually too hard to find, but I'm apparently stupid this morning. All right, here's a couple. Here's one over here. Go away. Run! Isn't that funny how you rescue people is you tell them to leave? It's like, could have done that all along. I think it depends on the build. Alcast was saying we needed to food buff, that it's not even a question anymore. He's like, with my build, he's like, you have to food buff. Well, I don't... Where the hell is it? There it is. I haven't noticed it too much either. I feel stronger than I was, but... Then again, I don't do high-end... end game stuff. So maybe that's all it was. Yeah, it's true. Old games were a lot less forgiving than this. All right. Okay, Jacqueline, sugarbowl sweet. 2 small ones. I do think there's still drops. I could be wrong, but it's hard to tell. I've noticed it didn't have the little thingy underneath mine telling me that there were drops. It's hard for me to tell. Like yesterday when I was earning points for mine, it did, on watching someone else's stream, it didn't have the marker saying that, you know, I was earning points for it. So this is Jacqueline's Sugarbowl Suite. We've got a kitty in the bed. Yeah, I don't think they're really showing it all that well. We've got antiquities, 2 of them at least. 3. Lovely Khajiit mix with Elsewherian mix. I like that plant. You can cook your own fishies in here. So 30 out of 30. No effects. Cozy little home. I got to see if I can open my mail now, because like when I was trying to look at it the other day, Hemithion. Oh, that's so sweet. Cloud Rest. Okay, I wasn't wrong. I had to show you some things. It's cool. All right. First, we gotta go to kill some totems. I hope you forgive me for this. I think that's in the reach. It's hard for me to tell because they seem to have quests in both. It's very strange. Very, very strange. All our snow is gone. I just noticed it yesterday. We've had the snow since, on the ground since December. Several inches. That hasn't melted at all. And all of a sudden, it's all gone, which is a really weird feeling. It's like, what is all this brown? There was white before. Sorry, I'm being boring this morning. I did find that Outcast's builds were actually not unsurvivable. Like in the past when I copied one of the builds that he put out, I thought it was a little bit too squishy for me. This time I didn't have that feeling, but then again, I'm a Templar. I don't know how much of that is Outcast taking it into account that people want more survivability for PvE solo accounts, and how much of that was just the fact that the way that they do it now is a little more survivable. Zos, I mean. Alright, where do I need to go for these things? It's right around here somewhere. You dead. You're gonna be dead. I don't remember where the little ritual thingies were, but I thought one was here. Next to this hag raven. But maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was one of these things here. Where be the ritual thinger? There's one. One ritual thingy. Oh yeah, Green Tree, he basically doesn't even all he said in is, it's useless except for writing stuff. And I was like, oh, well, for you maybe, not for me. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what I wanted to do with it, with the green tree, which is, it was some tough decisions there, like having to give up my fast harvest. I did that because, you know, getting more mats is more important than doing it fast to me. And having to make that choice was a little bit painful. Certain other things like double chance, or, you know, an extra chance to get double thingers. You know what would be nice, I was thinking about, is just a little, when we do get the double, you know, like the 10% chance to get 2 recipes, it should actually tell you that your perk can't worked and here you just got something out of it, right? It shouldn't just happen and you have to guess whether you would have gotten that second plan anyway, or if it was the perk, because even in the past you could get 2 plans sometimes just naturally. So the question is like, are you able, you know, I would like to know when it's my perk working and when it's just luck, right? That would be nice. Maybe I'm asking for too much. It's a little too try to figure it out on your own knee. I also wonder about, did they ever answer the question that when we get double mats, we have a chance of getting double mats on a node? Do events affect that? Like, what if it's a double node weekend or something? Does that, like, what happens with that? That's what I want to know. It's like, does it double it? Excuse me. Do we have a chance of getting 3 times as many? 4 times as many? I doubt it. But you never know. There. I wish we could ride in here. It's annoying to not be able to ride in here. I find that a lot of people had a lot of questions about how these things work that don't have answers. I feel like all too often, Zos leaves it to ask the other players and you'll see. And it's like, okay, so if your other friend players read the patch notes, they might have good information, but then there's a whole lot of rumor and conjecture over how things work that people don't really know, and they're just kind of making it up, and they hear a rumor and suddenly that's the truth, and they pass that information on as if it's the reality. And it's like, you know, we don't know that. Like loot cooldowns, you know, on regular looting. Like, we know there were loot cooldowns on Halloween skulls. At one point they did announce that that's what they were doing. But we don't know that they normally have a loot cooldown, like between getting like a blue or a green or something. Too close together kind of thing. And that's right, of course. But that's mature, and some people just have theories. Some people just strongly believe that there is a loot cooldown. It happened once to me, but I don't know that that was the buff or if it would have happened anyway. You know what I mean? All right, you guys, we're going to show you an amazing stone eagle. This Markarth one. Stone eagle Airy. It is a replica. I believe this is the one. It's a replica of an delve, of one of the dwarven delves, and it's like dead on. It's amazing, and I sent them a message about it. It's not done, because they kind of ran out of ideas towards the end, they said. But I said, is this the one? Oh, this is not the one. This is a different one. My bad. 450 out of 700. Look at this beauty. Isn't that stunning? This is a different one. So it's interesting to me what people do with this house. Some people fully embrace the dwarf theme, and other people kind of cover it up and take advantage of the stonework and the waterfalls. Look at the symmetry of this. They've got the snacks on either side with the light, Meridia with the double wings. You look at the way the trees are angled, the matching Debella tapestries, matching lights. This is really stunning symmetry in here. Very impressive, the first thing you do when you walk in. Then they've got the reskin. The floor is a warm wood color. And it becomes this very cozy, homey place, doesn't it? With lots of paintings and wallpaper. It is really pretty. This is not the one I was thinking of. There's another one that I can show you later that it has the delve stuff in it. But this is another one that I saw and I went, oh my god, this is so pretty, I have to ask. So, Clavicus. And in front of Clavicus and Barbus is the Volendrung. Jealous. They do, don't they? And what's kind of nice is they use the Daedric platforms as wallpapers / it kind of looks like almost like matte. You know how you mount a painting on matte paper? Yeah, it looks almost like that's what it's doing. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Then we go over here. I thought this was lovely. We've got, I would add a light here. It's a little hard to see, Cloud, but I like that you put a library over here, and then over here, this really pops. So maybe just the light over here, not over here, because I really think that this pops with the darkness. Finaster is, I feel so sorry for Finaster and his boot. He's got one of the lamer icons. I never know which way to go. We'll go around the world to the left a little bit. And we've got kitchen with cookies and, oh, that's a nice way of doing shelving. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, wine cellar. Now, you don't often see wine cellars. You see wine or stuff, but you don't often see, and wine rack, usually a wine rack. Don't usually see a wine cellar. And that was super impressive. Yeah. And then over here, it's hard. I'm still learning how to get around this house and how to tour it because a lot of it is circular. So there's nothing at the moment here. Just some trees. And then we have the temple with, oh, I hate you, an Elder Scroll. Gives me your Elder Scroll. Some storage over here with a dummy. Good as use as any, right? You got all this extra space. Tons and tons of space. You might as well use it for whatever you want, whatever you need. It's so pretty. I tried to show my husband, like I loaded up Skyrim and I showed him the view from Vlindrel Hall in Skyrim of Markarth. And then I tried to show him the one in game and I'm like, isn't this amazing? And he's like, I really can't tell. It just all looks the same to me. And I understand that. Hey, Xander. It's understandable that to someone who hasn't, like, done the game from beginning to end that they wouldn't recognize it, maybe. So another really cozy room. Look at this. Isn't this stunning? A little fire pit over here. with alien touches. So yesterday, someone in one of my guilds found out that we're getting an alien house, and they just lost their minds. They were so happy. I am truly not impressed. I went and I looked at it and I'm like, meh. I mean, for those of you who are happy about alien stuff, good for you. I think I'm happy for you that you got what you wanted, but it's not as good as it could be, in my opinion. So as you can see, this is still under construction. They said that they were still working on it, but I like it a lot. All right. They still have a bunch of slots too. Cloud, when you finish, please feel free to invite me back. I think you've got an amazing house so far, and I would like to see it when it's done. It's incredible. Really, really beautiful. I think I got everything thus far. It could be. It could be very nicely, so. All right. Let us quickly go to... Oh, I have to do this stupid lady. The witch lady. This is in the reach as well. Thank you for being patient with me. So for my cooking, I came up with a menu for this week. I just need to talk to my husband about things we need for it. I'm going to be making akaviri pork fried rice, apple mashed potatoes as a side, Arenthia's empty tankard frittata, beef stew, carrot soup, and for dessert, banana millet muffins. So those are all recipes from, where the heck is she? Am I in the wrong area? Those are all recipes from our game, but they're not in the recipe book. They are actually ones that I'm making up. What is this? That's a Harrow Storm. Where is the lady? Why is it not highlighted? I thought she was highlighted. There we go. Something was wrong with it that it didn't highlight it. That's stupid. Is that a bug? Do they know that? Thank you, Azalea. I hope they know that. Stupid heads. I did get a plan yesterday, not one that I'm hung up on, so I figure in time I will start eating them all. But this one I listed. I might not have sold it. Oh, that's stupid. Where is it? Where is the turn? Maybe it might be here. I don't know. I can't see. There we go. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning. Oh, there's a Harrow Storm right next to us, too. But everybody's still waiting, so I don't think she just came. Ooh, a Kuda. Pakuda Makuda. Nice. What kind of flip? What'd you flip? A ninja? Did you flip out like a ninja? Alright, Void Mother. I kind of want to like go over there and do that Harrow Storm, but I don't want to leave the Void Mother yet. That was dangerous. Good for you to get it to succeed. I'm afraid to try to flip the new furnishings. Seems to me like it's very risky, and I'm afraid to do it. Then again, I'm a big old baby. I am risk averse. Yeah, that's always my plan. It's like, yeah, if it doesn't sell, I'll eat it, is the plan. So if it's something I wouldn't mind eating, I'll do it. Come on, Void Mother. I'm bored. Huzzahs!
Only a fool refuses.
Huzzahs! Boring. Bored! Oh, there goes the Harrow Storm. $20K isn't that much of a risk, though. You can make that back plus double that back by winning the contest with me, which you've done. Oh, there goes another one. They've been disappearing quickly lately. I think what's been going on is that people are trying to do Harrow Storms before they leave for work. So they'll like get on early. Well, today's Sunday, so that doesn't really count. Oh, so long to wait. I must have been on for a half an hour now because my master merchant is now chugging and showing things. It's still restricted by ZOS. They're still restricting the speed at which we get our data, which I hate. Redoubt. Redoubt. I have other houses to show you because I had forgotten to check my mail and there were some people who said it was okay. So we'll have another house to look at in a minute, as soon as I finish killing this Void Mother lady. Who is taking her sweet time. There she is. Ooh, that was a bad choice on my part. I'm going to die. I pulled. I'm not really built for pulling. Perhaps a little unwise. Yes. The potato should not pull. My husband was working on pipes yesterday. And he was in the basement. And he started work at 7 p.m. He knows I can't stand it when he starts projects late. But that's actually fairly early for him. It's true. His usual thing is he'll usually start around 11. So 7 was actually fairly early for him, so I wasn't going to complain about it. He starts this project at 7, but the stores all close at like 9. So if he ran out of anything, he was gonna suffer. And he was making so much noise, and it was annoying. And so my husband says, he posts to, let's go to Himithion. This is the one I keep telling you about, Beithwenzel. Take a look at this when we get there. It's amazing. I got approval to see this one too. So he posts to Facebook that I'm a good egg. And I'm like, I am not an egg. I am a potato. Haven't we established this? And he's like, oh yeah, okay, a good potato. So, not a good egg. So I know we just looked at a Stone Eagle Airy, but we have a lot of interesting ideas for them. So I thought this one was super neat. This is Beithwenzel. Look at this. It's pretty accurate in my mind to what these areas look like. Isn't that kind of amazing? I was like, wow, that's kind of amazing. And what's nice too is they didn't make an exact replica. So it's not like it took no creativity just copying. It's like it's still alive. Like it's you could see, imagine a Dwemer walking down the hall here. It's still like in progress, still alive. It's kind of stunning how they managed it. I was super impressed. That's neat. You can do that with a trophy if you hide the trophy properly. And that mouth thing fits so well in there, doesn't it? It's like it was made for it. Stunning. I'm so impressed. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's a really good idea with that floor piece. This is really cool. I wish I had thought of this. It's really good, and I wish I had thought of it. And this is like a central control room almost. That is beautiful with the throne. Fabulous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's 567 out of 700. One of the good things about this house being duplicated like a dwarven ruin, without the ruin part, is that it's got you can spread out the items for a dwarven ruin pretty far. Look, they put the Dargon out there. He's riding around out there. It is a great idea, because the items in a regular dwarven ruin aren't all that close together. Look, it looks like you've been mining over here. They're actually kind of spread out and a little bit on the sparse minimalistic side. So you can get away with duplicating it in a lot of ways, and then yet not use all of your item limit. I think it's a really neat way of doing it. So these are like Dwemer gardens. Beautiful, beautiful house. And then you can have your meal out here, overlooking the city. I was so glad I came across this. This is an open house. If you wish to visit either this one or the one we looked at previously, the Stone Eagles, you can find them in open house. The only reason why I double checked is because I was going to stream it, but otherwise I think you can visit freely. Now, forgive me if I've missed anything because I don't have this house memorized yet. But if I did, you can always tell me to come back and I'll fix it. But, and here is the flower garden, the water garden rather. For drinking and crystals. And then over here is a little book. So you can sit by the water. Isn't that nice? This is lovely. Great use of everything. If I missed anything, let me know. I'm happy to come back. Now we have to do a Harrow Storm and then we're done with this character. Potato! Is anyone seeing drops? Like, they may not show up underneath my name anymore, but you can see if you have progress on your inventory page. I don't know if they're happening or not anymore. I'm really kind of frustrated with it, but. All right. Red storms. Any red storms? Far off in the distance. There is a red storm. What distance is that? What direction is that? That is north. That would be this one. Gotcha. Ah, here we go. Hopefully I can make it in time. I can't see if there's still beams or not. There are. Hopefully I'll make it. Don't go away on me. I need to make it. Ah! There we go. Okay, focus on the splinters. There we go. Bish. Did you do another? I thought this one was down. I mean, I don't care. They're just gems anyway. But it would still be nice to know what's going on. I don't like their new system. It's very I guess they have to be more careful because people were getting them too easily. But if they think that they've like made it impossible to get one without not watching a stream, they're wrong. It's still very easy to trick it. All right, almost done.
The harvest wasted. Your kind has died for nothing.
Satchel. What's in my satchel? What's in your satchel? A map. Yay. Thrilling. Okay. What were the other ones? All right, that one was okay. Tour at will. 6 and 6. Okay, kitten 620. I said I could tour at will. So, slice of heaven, kitten 620. It's Grand Psijic. Glad to see that people are actually responding to my requests. I was afraid that people would ignore me. Load your boat. All right. Slice of Heaven, Kitten 620, 700 out of 700. And this is the one of the ones that I asked because I forced myself to ask because I like did a lot and I'm shy, but I had to force it because that's just how I am. But it's got a lot of these pretty wedding touches. And you can lay out here and eat and drink. And look, they sunk the bed down into the ground so it almost looks like one of those like resort beds that they put out that you can like lay on the beach or up on the boardwalk or something with it sunken down in it. They're real, those things. I thought they were just pictures that, like for pictures. I didn't realize that they actually have those. They do. Come to think of it, that's a really silly thing to not realize, but what are you gonna do? I'm a weirdo. Ring of the Daedra. Let's sell some things to Fezes. Have a skull, Fezes. Some storage. Thank you for taking the skull, Fezes. I don't know what you're gonna do with the skull, but thanks. Oh, a little jumping board if you want it. Actually, there's a couple of them. There's a bunch of diving boards. Huh. Sorry I'm boring today. I'm doing my best. There's also a little spot to sit. My knee hurts. Okay. So we've got Boethia, Debella stuff, a chorus egg, a lovely gardening section. That's a really nice way of putting those trees. Usually you see people put them the other way. I think they look stunning that way. And they fit there perfectly too. That's interesting. See, part of the problem with this house is there's so much space to it that you really, unless you close off pieces, it's going to have some rooms that look pretty bare. There's not much you can do about it. Maybe using ginormous pieces can help with that, but it's hard to decorate the whole thing. And they knew that too, but they didn't do anything about it, I guess. I don't know what they would have done about it anyway. Look at this little section. This is really nicely done. It reminds me a little bit of a waiting room or a school or a shop or something. Azalea, welcome to my life lately. My husband has been working on everything. He's like, he's crazy. He's just been nonstop doing chores and I feel guilty because I'm sitting here, you know, playing this game and I'm like, you know, you don't have to go and do the old, yeah, mine too. And it makes me jealous and feel shitty about myself, but at the same time, like, it's nice that he says he likes doing it, but I can't imagine anyone liking doing that kind of thing. So, we've got a lovely little kitchen with storage and a bread making operation over here and a sink. Actually, my husband's really bad. He doesn't even just do it during the weekend. It's weekdays too. He is always running. He's always doing something. He works so hard. And then like he puts in so much work at work too. They abuse the hell out of the fact that he's a hard worker and they take advantage of him, I think. He's always working. And when he's not always working, he's doing stuff around the house. And I think he and I need to have a conversation about that. Whether rebalancing some of the stuff that we do. I think I'm going to have to take over cleaning up cat pee because it's just been taking over his life, and we have an elder kitty who is just pissing everywhere. Thank you, kitten. It's lovely. All right. Let's go to the Western Skyrim to turn it in. And I'm just going to need to offer to do that. I don't get it. Sometimes I think it's my fault that, like, I'm boring. That if I were more involved, he wouldn't need to go looking for things to do, like work-wise. And that's probably true, but I'm one of those people who's very okay with spending time alone by myself, not doing something. Like, I don't always need to be doing something. I'm very comfortable with my own boring company. It's hard to get him to sit down and read a book, for example, or whatever. And he does read. It's just that I have to kind of get him to do stuff with me. He's just been, you know, get him to read. Like, I'll say, yeah, come lay down with me and we'll both read a book or something. I feel so guilty. It's like, so my health isn't good, so I don't do all the same amounts of stuff that he does. So I don't have that kind of energy, and I feel guilty about it. And I don't like going out because I'm scared right now with the pandemic. I don't have my shot yet. They're saying March 29th is the earliest I can get my shot, and I can't sign up for it until they finish giving it out to the prior groups. So I can't even sign up for it. So March 29th is the earliest I'll be able to get out of the world.
It's good to see you again. Good. I'm sorry.
My world for the last year, which is my house. So I feel terrible about myself. Like, I'm not, I don't know.
I appreciate your lust for valor.
Yes, very shockingly, Ollie. Yeah, I can't get mine now. There is no, in our state, they said no to preconditions until March 29th. So my conditions will not be taken into account until, wow, I got 2 plans. Later this month. So I'm waiting with, like, bated breath because I really want my shot. Doesn't everyone, though, right? Not really right of me to worry about it, I guess. Everyone's got to wait. No point stressing over it. We're all going to get it eventually. And if we listen to Biden, it sounds like we're going to get it sooner rather than later. So that's always good. Wisconsin. Well, good luck. I don't know what state you're in, but good luck. Wisconsin is had to be pressured to allow people with preconditions to get it. They've had to kind of be forced into it. And then when they did it, right, they did add people with preconditions, like people with immuno problems like me and all that. They also included people who are overweight and obese, and both of which I am. But the point is that, like, that's part of the CDC guidelines. I get it. But, right. Right. That's exactly my exact point now. That's the CDC guidelines, and yes. Yes. Personally, I was like, really? You're going to put that on the list of preconditions along with people who have, like, you know, HIV or serious cancer or something like that? Like, shouldn't they go before obesity? I mean, it's Wisconsin. Almost everybody in Wisconsin is obese. And I'm not making a joke about it. It's the truth. We are not small people. So it's like kind of surprised that they put that together. Yeah. Not to mention, it's during a pandemic where it's been very stressful and there's been terrible stuff going on in our world for at least the last 4+ years. And so we've had a lot of time to eat because it's coping. It's not a good thing necessarily, but it's reality. I think most of us are dealing with it to some extent or another. All right. I guess it's just that if you open it up to obesity, it's a huge group. But I guess you're right. If it is bad for it. I'm not saying that they shouldn't open it up to that. And frankly, I'm qualified under that. So I just feel like I kind of wish some of the others were. Oh yeah, I gotta check out what BMI you have to be. I honestly don't know. Well, they included overweight too in Wisconsin. So it's not just obese. They also have overweight. So hard for me to say. Yeah. They're doing both. That's how I lost most of my weight, Azealia. But now, living with my husband, we cook together a lot. And we cook healthy things, don't get me wrong. It's not like we're eating like shit. We're not. Wow. Not sure what I should do about this. That tower sounds good. I lost a lot of weight on that kind of thing, and then it stopped. And beans and nuts and other stuff like that started to be a problem, and I didn't lose any weight on it anymore. Well, it's over 1 million, so I find whole food clean eating is just my preferred way to go, but I don't lose weight unless I'm absolutely perfect. And I have not been absolutely perfect. It just hasn't been that way. And I don't think I can be emotionally. I just, I have so much guilt that I'm always carrying around. I don't see myself being able to just eat right suddenly. Wow, there's like nothing to sell. I might have to loot my storage. See if I can find anything to sell. I rarely cook meat. Like we were discussing, I hardly ever have meat. So that's not too much of a problem. Rakuta matata. All right, let's see what we can list. And then we'll look at another house. I don't even think it's just gut bacteria, but certainly that plays a part. Depression is also a thing. And if you're high stress or high anxiety, you also probably have a cortisol problem. Your body's constantly pumping out a chemical that makes you insulin resistant. And so, you know, you have this insulin floating around in your body that's making you hungry all the time. There's just, and they're like, oh, just don't be stressed. Yeah, okay, I'll just not be stressed. Sounds like a great idea. I'll get right on that. I just won't have anxiety. I'll just stop having anxiety. How's that? Sounds like a plan. I forgot I bought all these herbs. This is nice. I actually have stuff to sell. Exactly. Exactly. You're so right. It helps that my husband's a very laid back guy, but he doesn't push me when it comes to that. He understands. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, how are we supposed to calm down right now when it's a really scary time in the world? And it's not just you and I. I mean, like lots of people are having trouble with this. It isn't just, you know, this little group. There's the worldwide, certainly in America, there are a lot of people having massive problems with eating right now because it's comforting. Eating is comforting. Certain foods are comforting. That's why they're called comfort food. And I mean, I grew up with in a home that had a lot of problems, and so I constantly have this fear gripping my heart at all times, and it's not natural and it's not right, and I did get help for it and I'm on medication for it, but it doesn't stop, it doesn't go away. So it's just one of those things that like suck. All right, what are you? All right. You know, it's, I mean, what were people in America doing at the beginning of the outbreak that was getting them through? They were baking bread. And what do you think happened to that bread? They were eating it. I mean, duh. We're all having this problem right now. It wasn't just evaporating after you made it. or made to be healthy suddenly. Bread is wonderful, delicious, and can be somewhat healthy, but generally not. Generally, simple carbs are not all that great for you. Columbine, order of the hour. Sorry I'm being boring right now. Bread. I'm a bread whore, honestly. Oops. I forget cake. Bread. I'll take bread every time. Shields of Sensual. Cake doesn't get me. Candy doesn't get me. Ice cream doesn't get me. Don't care about any of them. Just load me up a plate of pasta. Give me a whole pizza for myself. I mean, I'm a bread person. Partially, I think it's because it's numbing. It gives you this... It really is like self-medicating, honestly, because it's got a very numbing feeling to it. Yeah, I do my best, but I'm a sucker when it comes to pizza. Sorry about the boringness right now. I'm doing the best I can. I'm getting through it, and then I'll move on. I don't really have much to do or say today, so I could call it if you guys would rather. Well, certainly I feel like I hear it a lot. I feel like it's being drilled into my head that I'm at fault because I'm obese, and sometimes it's like they don't recognize that there's emotional issues that go along with it, that I do my best to try to lose the weight, and I do my best. I mean, I've been dieting, trying to change my eating methods and all of that. I mean, I think all of us women are constantly hearing it. And to the point where I kind of want to like stab everybody around me. And we do the best we can. But depression is a bitch. I don't think most of us women with weight problems don't know about nutrition. I certainly know about nutrition. It's just a question of being able to do it properly when it's true. There's a lot of problems in America right now. Whole hell of a lot of problems. And that is one of them, for sure. I wish things were different. That's funny because, like, I try not to. Because some people lose weight fast and some people lose weight slow, and it's different for each person. I've lost 70 pounds before. And just mentally, I cannot get myself back into the space that I was in. Yeah. I can't get myself into the headspace I was in when I lost that weight. You just don't have it anymore. I wish I did. Whoops. Did I close that before I posted the last thing? Yes, I did. Even with programs right now, though, the country's still mostly closed. So I'm not sure that we can even do that right now. And who knows when our country is going to get fully back to normal anyway, if it ever gets back to normal. I think we've definitely got a changed situation now that's, who the hell knows what it's going to look like, right? How many people are just never going to have an office again? They're going to work from home, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's fair. Good point. Tianchi Okay. Thank you for the tip. Mark Hearth House, Indira. I did that one. Mahvirnadas. Okay, cool. They did say yes. Netch Poots Manor. Whoops. Mahvirnadas, no! Let's go. My husband thinks their company will keep working from home. It's been good for us. I mean, I think it's kind of been bad for him because he doesn't know how to switch off the home versus not home thing. So he's like always working. But in general, I think it's been good for him. All right. Netch Poots Manor. What? Oh, Lord. I was logging into this and it was working fine. Hold on a second. I was using it all morning and now it's being stupid. Okay. Oh, it's not open. It was. Hello, Lord One. Give me a minute. I gotta reinstall. Add-ons. EHT. Housing Community. Updater. It has been a weird time. Hold on a second. When I'm in that groove, I can eat like that, but not right now. Yeah, I lost my cat in the last year. He was, Grant, my baby boy. He was on death's door. It lasted way longer than we expected. But yeah, he died during quarantine. We had to have the vet come. They were very kind. We all wore masks. There was social distance. They came to our home, put him down for us. It was a horrible thing. I was a mess. I'm still a mess. But having the time with him every single day until he died, being able to care for him when he was so sick all the time was wonderful. So I relate, Grave. Absolutely. It's a gift in a way. In a way, it's a slow torture, but in a way, it's a gift. Having to watch your boy, my boy, slowly go. Oh, it's awful. My boy had, there's two kinds of heart problems that Maine Coons usually get. One is their heart is a little wild, you know? It's like the beats are all over the place. And basically, they would be fine with a pacemaker if they gave cats pacemakers. That's what Sherman died of. One day, he had a heart attack and he just died. And that was it. It was actually a really good way to go. Then, here we go. We're good. His brother, his little brother, Grant, who was my baby boy, yeah, he died of the one where the heart gets fibrosed, so it gets harder and harder for it to beat, and it basically becomes like a rock. And in those cases, you usually have to put the cat down. And in the end, we had to put him down. I don't regret it at all, though, because I think he had a stroke that day. And he couldn't even lift his head anymore. So I think that was time. So this is Netch Poots Manor. This is mahvirnadas' amazing ship, which my husband said reminded him of a different ship that he showed me a picture of with a similar name, but I cannot place it. I always adapt middle-aged or elder kitties because, except for this last time we didn't, and it was a mistake, because we're both fairly financially comfortable in that regard, and I'm always home because I work from home, and we figured we would be a good match. This is incredible. Do you guys see this? Like, I don't know what ship this is what it reminded him of, but he absolutely, I think he nailed it, honestly. Let's see if we can get up there. So for me, it's like a life of, how do you put it? I am dedicated my life to taking care of elder kitties. They do. But this last time, during the pandemic, after we lost Grant, we waited like a month. And I kept looking for elder kitties. There are none. There were none. Because people all were adopting animals while they were at home. And what's more, they weren't putting older animals... Oh, thank you. They didn't put older animals up for adoption, which they normally would have because they were home. And check this out. You can even go on this ship. Isn't this incredible? So we couldn't find the kind of cat that we were looking to rescue. So, oh wow, look at that. I love the mushrooms on top of the building too. We ended up adopting Sherry, who was 3. She was not special needs, but she was in an apartment, and the person got found out, and they had to give her up because they weren't supposed to have animals in their apartment, and they gave her up. And she seemed like she was sweet, but she's a lemon. She's an absolute lemon. Look at this. This is incredible. I love the 2 things about this. First, I love the fact that it's the height is raised so that you're not blocked from being able to see things. A lot of times people put the all of these steering things with something blocking it right in front of it, and I think it's hard to imagine the person steering because they can't see it. Secondly, this is just neat. Yeah, it's just fantastic build. I'm really impressed with this. It's just beautifully shaped, too. I don't know if it was inspired by something or not, but it's incredible. I don't think they have actions in here. So we got her, and now she was taken away from her mother way too young. She's got biting issues. She's orally fixated. She plays too rough. We're trying to retrain her, and we're actually having success. But the one thing that we're not having success with is, although she uses the litter box to poop, she refuses to use it to pee. She has not used the litter box to pee. She pees either in the basement on the unfinished side, and it ends up going down the drain, which is horrible, but we end up being able to just hose it off, right? Or she pees randomly in the house. She just does not use the litter box. And we've used litter box attractant. We've used everything we can think of. And I just don't know what to do anymore. We've reached the end of our rope, and my husband is ready to just lose it. Frankly, he's been talking about getting rid of her, which I told him she's family. We don't get rid of her. And I know he's not. He just feels like she's a problem that can't be fixed. I don't know what to do. That's why I'm saying I'm probably going to take over all of the piss cleaning so he doesn't end up having to deal with it anymore. The problem is it requires scrubbing, and with my arthritis, we had divided up our deals so that I would never have to scrub. This is beautiful mahvirnadas. If it is inspired by something, could you let me know? Because my husband swears it is, and I think it's amazing. Yes. We've tried different litter, and we've also tried litter attractant. For a while there, she was pissing on one of my plants. I have a plant named, I have a plant named Robert. because Robert Plant. And for a long time, she was pissing on Marvin. I mean, on pissing on Robert. Nothing. They have nothing to say. No, she was not. She was an apartment cat. What we do know is that she was taken away from her. We have, and it didn't stop anything. She ended up pissing along the wall instead of using the box. She really does not want to be in a litter box, but she poops in it. I don't get it. It's like she doesn't understand that you pee and poop. You don't just poop. I don't know what her problem is. It's just unbelievably frustrating. My husband doesn't want to go that route because he doesn't want to encourage it. He wants her to use the box, and I can't really blame him. He's not wrong. That's what I thought, but we used anti-marking spray, and we talked to the vet about it, and they don't think it's marking. She seems to just literally pee outside the box all the time. I don't know what it is. We do have anti-marking spray. We do have, we've tried everything. Feel away. We've tried that spray that tells them not to go there. She's a lemon. She's a lemon. She really is. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. She's just a freaking lemon. It's not. We had her tested. She's fine. She's perfectly healthy. We've tried everything. We've tried the vet. We've tried one of the vet's suggestions was the litter attractant, which this is actually funny. She actually pissed on the litter attractant bag. She found the bag of it and she pissed on the bag rather than going in the litter box with it. We still use it. It doesn't work. Huh. No, she's in everything. She's like a little kid. She has trouble focusing. Like, even her eyes, she has trouble focusing. She can't sit still. She's always running around. She's just crazy. She's a little kid. 3, but acts way younger. She's been a trial. I don't know what to do about her anymore. We have calming collars that we tried. People suggested that. That didn't work. She didn't seem at all calmer. Not that she doesn't seem calm, but we put it on her just in case. The other cat leaves her entirely alone. She is a lemon. We're using lemon spray right now. My husband's using that for, he picked it up yesterday from the pet store. It's supposed to do what you're talking about. And he said the basement did smell like lemon lime, which is good. She's just impossible. I've never met a cat like this. I've never met a cat that, now for months. So we were okay with the fact that she was pissing on the unfinished side of the basement. Like, we were actually okay with that because that was better. Yeah, the previous owner had her from kittenhood. She's not feral. She doesn't act feral. But the previous owner had her from kittenhood and then got rid of her after like 3 years because she was surrendered her because they got found out as having a cat. It's surprising, not surprisingly, I would assume that the cat was, yeah, that's what we're using. I have a feeling that that cat was pissing and that's how they found it. We didn't know. We weren't told that this cat had these problems. And it's a shame because my husband can deal with almost any problem except for the constant pissing. The pissing is just too much for him. He hates it. And I don't blame him because I don't know what to do. I've talked to people about it. I've tried everything. I don't know what to do anymore. Enzymatic sprays, everything you can name, we've tried, and I don't understand it. Yeah, that's what the litter box attractant is. It's scented like dirt, and it's essentially like that consistency. And she likes it. She peed all over the bag, but she doesn't use it. Doesn't seem to attract her the way it should. No, it's not ridiculous. That was one of the better suggestions, because for a while there she was pissing in one of my plants. So that's what made us think of it. All right, let's go to I Am Fail's Humble Mud. See, we asked about that. We were told that adding another cat would be actually worse. Hey, Drop Stitch. That it would actually add to the problems instead of solve them. Because we were thinking that. And my husband's like, no more cats at this point. I'm done. No, it was a good thought. I need to, like, punch her in the face. I mean, I honestly don't know what to do anymore. I'm stuck. Truly stuck, and I don't know what to do, and but we don't ever see her peeing. That's the thing. I've never caught her peeing. The only reason why we know where she pees is my husband has a FLIR, which is an attachment to his phone that shows where blacklight, different temperatures are. That's how he's able to find it. She is sneaky. She's very sneaky. She knows she's being wrong, I think. So we're in an RP Shabby Inn. This is our I Am Fail 1607, who's usually really great about doing RP homes, and this is really neat. And I just don't know what to do about her anymore. And they added a second floor, too. You could just imagine the RP stories that could go on in a place like this. It's really great that they made all of these. I don't know what to do anymore. It's really bad. I do too. These are really cool. And I Am Fail has done a whole ton of them. Let us go to people's houses and send them mails if we can manage it. Let's go to... What's Jackson Galaxy? I can't click through it right now. I mean, honestly, like, my husband wants to get rid of her. Well, we have the pea spray that's supposed to scare them away from the area. There's also noise things. Oh, cat behaviorist. Yeah. There's noise things that go off. Oh, pretty. $6.94. Let's see if it's openable, and then we'll... All right, let's send a message. Are you sure about that? Because there's lots of well, let me show you something. There's just yesterday, or the day before, we went to Vargadisa's home. There are ways to tell stories with EHT. There are books you can write. Here. Where did Nothing But the Moon go? Oh, there it is. I'll show you real quick. All right, let me change my thinger. Hello. I'm going to be a bug for a little while. If you have EHT, you can write books. I mean, at this point, we'd try anything. I did call a behavioralist when I had a previous cat many, many moons ago. He basically told us that, damn it, there was no hope for that cat. And he was right. And we ended up just dealing with her problems until she died. Not this husband, my prior husband and I. It doesn't take much, dude. Not for this. For some things, it's incredibly difficult to kind of pick up, but writing books, it's easy. I'll show you what I mean. No, it wouldn't hurt. We're willing to try anything at this point, Jemima. Because I don't want to have to get rid of her. And it's not because I like her all that much. Unfortunately, she's made herself very unlikable. But because, you know, you don't get rid of kitties. You just don't. Here's writing a book. This is what it looks like. This is handwritten by the author. It looks like a book. It doesn't have to have this bright blue cover. It could be anything. And then you can write it like this. It's really simple. Let me show you how simple it is. Let's go to one of my houses real quick. And that's how this person included their story. And anyone else who uses EHT community would be able to see your story. And gives us a lot of background. Yeah. It's really easy. Let me show you. Well, trigger text isn't, but text is. I mean, maybe trigger text could work, depending on... You would have to use actions, not triggers, though. Just FYI, you're going to want to look at actions. So let me... add library. Okay, hold on a second. I need to close this sucker. There we go. All right. Library, custom book, intricate, and then you just click on placed, custom book, intricate, and you're gonna want to type blottity, blottity, blottity. That's where you put the text. My book, and that's where you put the title. Whoops, I should have just said blah, blah. Blah! And then you set that, and then now you have a book. Literally, that's how easy it is, dude. That easy. As for text, text is just here. You do consoles or whatever you want, and you go, and you click on that. This is my text. And it's as simple as that. And then if you want to make an action so that that only appears when you get near it, you would go to actions and you do hide when out of range. So you're going to be wanting to do text. The text. Where is it? Text. Consoles. All right. So when I'm out of range, this should not show unless I pick the wrong text. I think I picked the wrong text. I may have. Oh, I didn't set it. It would help if I did that. Text, consoles, set. Out of range doesn't show. In range it shows. Out of range doesn't show. In range it shows. That's it. That's how you do it. Really, really, really intuitive. If you need help later and this little snippet doesn't help, I will be happy to walk you through it again, but it's really, really simple, which is nice. Now your stories can all be in there. And I think I'm gonna call it. I think there's just not enough. I need to send mails to people. There's just not enough for me to look at today, and I'm tired anyway. No problem. So I think I'm gonna see you all tomorrow, and I apologize for the really short stream, I feels like, but honestly, I'm low on houses. So I will ask people, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. So have a wonderful day. And let me pull the contest real quick. I think I did, didn't I? I don't know, man. I'm not feeling up to it today. But let me write that down. And then giveaway. C code. Eleanor. Got it. And the winner is Salvis. All right, I'm going to send you monies. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.